where I tell you a little bit about my personal news from the world's most banned, most silenced political commentator. I mean, oh my God. I think that originally it said like I was unbanned, but the automated bot said I was banned 4 times. So I think I've been banned more than that now. Almost made it through 2022 with no bans. Yeah, the unfortunate reality is that I broke my New Year's resolution. I got banned. Last time around in this month of December, I said no bans in 2022. And boy, was I wrong, brother. I mean, god damn, brother. The streak is dead. It is what it is, folks. And I'm live and I'm alive. I apologize for the broadcast interruption for those of you whose daily routine consists of listening to me deliver sweet, sweet nothings into your ear, talk about how our system is, how everything is, and, you know, try to cut through the banality with a little bit of humor. I apologize. December and August are my 2 ban months, okay? Last year, this time around, the overlords at twitch.tv decided to capitulate to white nationalists and white supremacists and ban me over the usage of the term, the C word. You all know what that word is. They said, white people, you can't disrespect them. You're not white enough. We've pulled your genealogy, your haplogroups. And they said you're not white enough. Well, guess what? They're not saying that anymore. They're not saying that no longer, folks. Because I got the pass. Now, having said that, that was last year. That was so 2000 and late, you know what I mean? This year, we got a new one. This time, for those of you who don't know, I got banned for copyright. I got banned for copyright by a bunch of Nazis who claim to love freedom of speech. That's right. They specifically targeted your boy and pulled my content down, and which, of course, complied as a consequence of safe harbor laws. So they complied. That was a manual DMCA. Came straight from the CTO himself. And that T doesn't stand for Turkish. I'll tell you what. He was chief technical officer. I don't know. Anyway, you can counterclaim it. Yeah, right, dude. And get into a legal battle with the most litigious, annoying pieces on the planet. I don't want to do that, okay? There's no, chief tattletale officer. Nazis were calling you a Nazi on Twitter for being Turkish and then called me a Nazi because I'm also Turkish. Yeah. They don't really care. They don't really have any sort of serious principles or anything like that. They just kind of are going with the flow. You know what I mean? Like they've never really been known for being principled in any meaningful capacity. Ironically, I was literally talking about how little they care about free speech. I was straight up talking about how little they care about free speech. Asmongold watched the entire video. He criticized it, of course. He didn't get banned. Other content creators did the same. They didn't get banned. Now, of course, you know, that doesn't say anything about their like political perspective or anything like that. It's just that they wanted to with me. That's why they did it. Last thing said in the stream was Kaya saying, I love everyone. Oh, nice. Is the strike still on your channel? I don't know. One of the funniest things I saw when I was banned and I was like obsessively reading through all the weird was people literally being like, oh, Hasan got banned for stealing content. First of all, there's a rule of thumb in the commentary community, and this is like something that even Steven Crowder and Ben Shapiro, no matter how awful they are, abide by, and that is that, like, if you're doing commentary on someone else's commentary, that's fair play. It is basically the most established rule of all time. It's not even like, it's kind of like video games. Video games are technically subject to DMCA. You didn't make the video game. That's not your artistic interpretation. You're manipulating the video game when you're playing it, but ultimately, if a video game company like Nintendo wanted to sue someone, they technically could. If they wanted to issue a DMCA, they technically could. Some video game companies have in the past to PewDiePie. Ultimately, when it's commentary, especially if it's commentary on an online space from an online political commentator interviewing a potential quote-unquote presidential nominee, it is unimaginable to issue a copyright notice on it. It's separately scumbag behavior. I personally was unaware that this was also paywalled content, even though, as you noticed, like everyone else watched it and people were re-uploading it, and so they don't really give a fuck about the paywall. They just wanted to use it against me, and they openly stated that they wanted to use it against me. So that's the reality. The reality is that, like, you don't need to look for like additional secret reasons or anything. They very openly gloated about it. They basically said, we did this because Hasan, we want to copy strike him. We don't want him criticizing our video. It was personal. But hey, you know, we survived, and it's fine. And it's going to be okay. They showed their asses once again. I think they got you for playing too much of the video. No. There is no nuance in this, okay? As I have said during the Master Chef arc, it's all up to the copyright holder, okay? That's it. It's all up to the copyright holder. Please stop looking for additional reasons, okay? That's it. Even if it wasn't paywalled, if they wanted to, they could clap me, okay? Because they are the copyright holder. And I could just as easily go back and file a counterclaim, right? I could go back and file a counterclaim, and then that would be a legal process. But, of course, they want that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste time with that bull. And I will probably never watch another Gavin Newsom censored.tv clip ever again. But I'll be honest with you, that's not going to be too hard to avoid. You know, that's it. Or did I say Gavin Newsom? Gavin McGinnis. Gavin Newsom is on the mind. I apologize. Gavin Newsom was brought up in the Leftovers episode earlier before I got here, and so I got stuck with that. Gavin McGinnis, on the other hand, sucks. He sucks so much I forgot his last name. I forgot him in the process of talking about him. Anyway, much to think about. So basically, the Yadolf saga will continue most likely. Unfortunately, whatever, who cares? But as far as that other stuff goes, as far as the Nazis, you know, taking my ass down. They're Nazis. They don't care about free speech. They openly show it all the time. I hope people can use this as a learning opportunity if they were oblivious. Except instead of this being a transformation, like you could argue about MasterChef, this is a free press issue. Unfortunate reality behind right-wing structures. Hello, Supreme Court, or shredding last bits of that. But yeah, the hilarious part about it was like there were so many libs that were like, ah! Hasan got what was coming for him because he steals content. And the ironic part about that is that the video and my coverage of that video is available. I believe I had seen at that point 35 minutes or so of the broadcast. I had watched 35 minutes or so of the broadcast. And my coverage of that matter had been 3 hours long. So if anyone thinks that I am, you know, not transformative, like sufficiently transformative enough with making 42 minutes of this particular thing into a 3-hour broadcast, I don't know what to tell you, okay? Motherfuckers were posting like pieces of the VOD, and it was like first part, 1 hour and 30 seconds, or 30 minutes. So the idea, the notion that I'm still like not reacting hard enough is a really silly one, especially when it comes to political stuff. I mean, you could say that about like, I don't know, dumb YouTube videos, or you could say that about YouTube videos that I play of my friends, but you can't say that about political commentary. It's my bread and butter, and there is no one that reacts as hard as I do. I react to it so goddamn hard, your head would spin. Why they took it down is because I was reacting a little too hard. But if you're a liberal and you found yourself defending Nazis and their copyright, well, you know, that's not very surprising to me. What is this? XQC, the XQC had a take. Let's see. What is this? XQC calls out cowards behind Hasan the Hun's DMCA ban.
Hasanabi banned. Guys, it'll last like an hour. Probably DMCA, last thing was holding a kind of interview with Gavin McGinnis. Game producer retweeted his ban. They sniped. They sniped his ass. You know, chat? Guys, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't even agree with that. You guys can say Bayzed and whatever. I think that's cringe. I think it's...
They're saying based, smoked. What the is wrong with these little man? Juicers, dude. God damn, Juicero.
Cringe. Okay. Wanna know what's cringe? Because if you say you're doing an action that they deem is fine, unless you don't agree with them. If you don't agree with their opinion, they do that. I don't know. I don't think I agree with that. I think it's lame as okay. When you partake in a public dialogue,
I got a tear in my eye. XG pushing back against his chat, relentlessly smoking on the Hasan stack. That's more than I can. That's more than I've expected from most, to be honest. Respect.
That's opinionated, right? And you're willing to let people like comment or whatever, and you go in DMCA and then curve the law in these ways, because you're not getting the response you want or the opinion that you want. That's like the most cowardice. You guys say it's Bayzid and Chad. It's the opposite. It's the most weakest shit. It's bottom of the barrel, weak ass energy. Okay, I don't care who does this. I don't care if it's a political Andy, left wing, right wing, up wing, backward circle. I don't give a. If you flex DMCA, right, and use it in nefarious ways because you don't agree with somebody, you're a ass. Pussy. Spineless. Says me. Says you. Yeah, says me. I don't care. Shut up. Nah, it's a good take. You're just lame. You're just lame.
I'm gonna say